Good morning once more, my dear friends in Christ. Children are special, and they are also special gifts of God. They are special in many ways, but most importantly, we must note for the purpose of this reflection today that every child is entrusted to a family, and we are saddled with the responsibility of pointing them to the right direction. As every one of us should know by now, that children learn from what they see, what they observe, they copy. A story was told of a certain couple that was always fond of fighting and putting up arguments and get aggressive when they are doing so in front of their little daughter. And on this particular day, they were quarreling to the extent of calling themselves names, and to an extent that the man called the wife dog. And the woman said, well, if I'm a dog, I don't think that a dog will be married to a human being. It simply means that you are also a dog. And when they were done with their quarrel, few minutes after then, they went into their little girl's room and found out that she was crying. And when the mother asked the girl why she was crying, she responded, I never knew I was a puppy. It is interesting to imagine the level of influence that quarrel had on that innocent little girl. And that is why it is very important that as much as we want to achieve so many things in the educational formation of our children, we should also pay attention to the spiritual formation of these little ones. The gospel reading of today revealed that people took their children to Jesus, that he will lay hands on them and pray for them. It is important to note that we had parents who saw the necessity of taking their children to God. But unfortunately, in our present age and time, it appears like parents could take their children to every other place except taking them to Jesus. The holiday season period is a beautiful example. So many of our children are registered in so many lessons to learn craft. Some of them are registered to go and learn some sciences and all that and all that. Some have been introduced to acquire some new skills. All beautiful. But do you also take them to Jesus? Before we even begin to talk about taking them to Jesus, how often have you spent quality time with your children to even place on a scale? It is unfortunate to even imagine that sometimes when these children are speaking to you, they have so much confidence in their teachers in school. Even sometimes you correct them, they will say, my auntie says, which means they don't even trust in what you, the father or the mother, is saying, because we are not there for them. Mommy is chasing business, daddy is chasing business, and we have left the formation of the young ones in the hands of our nannies and Telemundo and Cartoon Network. And eventually, we are beginning to see the distance and the vacuum that we have created in their life. You now begin to struggle to bribe your way into their heart just to prove that you love them enough. Growing up, I can't remember for one that my parents ever told me, I love you. But this has become a litany in the lips of many parents today. The reason why I believe they do this as often as possible is because they know they are not available. So they are looking for every way to make you see the love. In our time, they didn't need to say it because we saw it, they were available. I remember growing up, how our parents would take you to morning mass. From morning mass, you go to school. But unfortunately, even to say morning prayer is difficult. And even when one is making efforts to wake them up for morning prayer, you will hear someone to say, allow them, they are on holidays. Doing what? They watch Cartoon Network all through the night, and they wake up by 9 a.m. and continue without any prayer life. Some of these young ones, when they come to catechism, you just weep at the level of work that the parents are doing at home, because you basically are going to start teaching them even from the sign of the cross, and you will begin to wonder, have they ever prayed as a family? Have you not seen parents, even on the birthdays of their children, they will take them to school to have a party, and after they will take them for ice cream in the evening. They will even organize their friends and some members of their class and go for a film show and what all the activities they will arrange. But unfortunately, they never took that child to morning mass even to pray, or even ask the priest to offer mass for my child who is celebrating birthday today. Where are you taking your children to? Which direction are you pointing them? You may say, well, that you cannot make a choice for them. Who told you? The first reading of today told us that Joshua said, as for me and my family. He wasn't speaking for himself. That means that the choices we make will have a lot of influence on our children. If you are not pointing them to the right direction, believe me, if they have all the intellectual knowledge in their head, they will become a disaster in the community and even unto themselves. Imagine that a child of 18 years has the intellectual capacity and ability to produce a weapon of mass destruction, but he does not have a moral formation to know how destructive that such a weapon would be if detonated. So you can imagine the harm that they will become to the society and even unto themselves. Parents, if there is anything I would like you to go home with today, is to take your children to Jesus. Point them to the right direction. Give them the right formation. Because if you keep chasing shadows, even all the things you think you're struggling and rat racing to acquire, you will be so disappointed that even at your old age, decisions that they are going to make out of their deformed character will bring you tears even on your sickbed. We must be very careful and understand that these little ones are given to us, and as they are a gift to us, what they will become in future, they are the gifts that we are giving to God. May we not fail them, so that they will not fail us or fail the world. God bless you and have a beautiful day ahead.